Hey there, welcome to this week's video where I just want to discuss a little bit about how the coronavirus is affecting our small-scale mushroom farm and why it is that our response to that is actually to increase our food production. So it's a lovely spring day here, and for a minute you can forget about all the chaos that's going on out there in the world with the coronavirus, and except it's not really just in the world out there anymore, it's in our world as well, and it's affecting everybody in different ways. And for us at the farm here, it had a pretty real impact a few days ago because our main customer that we normally supply all of our mushroom columns to, they fruit and eat them in their restaurants. Obviously they don't have any customers coming to their restaurants anymore, and so they've cancelled their supply of columns. And if we just go and have a little look in the room in here, you can see all the bags that we have been producing to send to them over the last couple of weeks are now just sitting in here, and we lost our biggest customer. Alongside that, we also have had to cancel a whole program of workshops that we were due to run at the farm here, which we had people booked in for over the next couple of months. We've had to either postpone or cancel those for a later date. And yeah, this had a pretty big impact on our farm finances. We've lost a fair few £1,000s already, and obviously there's no way of knowing how long this is going to continue for. Thankfully, incidentally, we've still had people buying mushroom kits, I think, where there are people at home now with their children are homeschooling, and I think that's one thing that has gone nicely, is that there's been an increase in kit sales, which is great. So if you're at home with your children and thinking of something fun to do think about getting a mushroom kit. It's a really fun project to do with your kids. But anyway, it has left us in this situation where we've really been thinking we're going to have to shut the farm. We haven't got enough money coming in to cover all of our overheads and to pay staff wages. But that didn't quite feel right, because basically we have the knowledge and the skills and the staff and the means to produce a lot of food here. And walking around in town yesterday, I saw a lot of empty shelves, and it was striking to me that we're in a situation where we could produce more food for our local area, and yet we were thinking of shutting the farm down. That didn't feel right at all. So today I've just been talking more with Eric and Mikhail, our farm manager, and we've just been thinking about how we could actually go the other way. Instead of shutting the farm, how we could scale the farm up and produce more food to supply in a local area. And I think what we came to the conclusion of is, in the end, is that the government is giving every small business in the UK a £10,000 grant to help with all the losses that almost all businesses are experiencing at the moment. And we had a decision really whether we just keep that money to help shoulder the losses, or whether we use it and turn it into something productive. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to use that money to convert this shipping container that's behind me here into a mushroom fruiting room, which will expand our capacity for fresh mushrooms, give us about 3 times more space than we currently have to grow. And we're also going to, inside the building that's behind me here, we have an office, and we're going to kit out most of that office space now to increase our microgreens production. So one of the nice things about both mushrooms and microgreens is that you can produce crop very quickly. So in just a few weeks from now, we'll have increased our production capacity around about 3-fold what we already have. And our aim basically is to become an integral part of the local food scene, and to be supplying more people in our local area with fresh mushrooms, fresh microgreens. There's a lot of people who are stuck in their houses at the moment, who either can't go out or don't want to go out, especially some older folks who are at higher risk. And in our area, we've seen a fair few people begin to do local delivery schemes, bringing food to people in their houses. So we're going to look to do that with the produce that we're growing. We're going to look to plug into those local delivery schemes and deliver fresh mushrooms and microgreens to people in our local area. And so that's basically how we're going to respond to the situation. We don't know exactly how it's going to go. Obviously, if any of us ourselves at any point in the future can't work, we need to take time off, then we'll have to reassess. But for now, that's basically our plan, and actually we're feeling pretty excited and motivated and inspired to have something to do in this situation. Instead of to shut it all down, we can step up into the situation instead, and that's exciting. So if you follow if you follow us on the YouTube channel here, you'll see the process. We're going to follow it as we go through the next few weeks, as we kit this container out behind me here, and we begin our production. So if you follow the channel, if you're not already subscribed, hit subscribe now so you can keep up with that journey. And if you're a course member inside our low-tech mushroom farming online course, we'll be going into all of this in a lot more detail. We'll be talking about the equipment that we fit this room out with, talking about how we're going to change our production to make it more efficient and to increase our capacity. So it's actually quite an exciting time as well, amongst all of the chaos and the uncertainty, to have a chance to really put the put what we're doing a bit more at the centre of our local food scene, to increase our production and see if we can, in our own way, do something towards what's happening. I think that's it for today. We'll just keep going with this over the next few weeks, and you can follow along with it. I just want to send my wishes to anybody out there that's having a hard time at the moment, and yeah, look after yourselves, look after the people around you. I will see you soon.